Hello class 7, welcome back to another session of computer class. This is Avjit sir, and today I'll be presenting you the topic Spreadsheet and Introduction Part 3. Entering data in a worksheet. To enter data in a cell in a worksheet, click on the cell and type the data. The data that you can enter in the cell also appears in the formula bar. So there are so many cells in a worksheet. So if I want to enter any data to a particular cell, what I have to do, I have to click on that particular cell and I have to make that cell active. Now I can enter the data in that particular cell. In other cells, I will not be able to enter the data. And the data that we enter is displayed on the formula bar. Types of data. Now generally in MS Excel there are three types of data that can be entered in a cell. Number A, that is text values that are also called labels. Number B, numbers or values which are generally used for calculation purposes. Numbers can be the normal numbers or it can be date also. Formulas, it is used to perform calculations based on the formulas. So these are the three types of data that is generally entered in MS Excel worksheet. Text. Labels are text entries. They do not have a value associated with them. We typically use labels to identify the kind of data to be entered. For example, roll number, as we know, roll number consists of numbers. Name will have text values. Date of birth generally will have numbers. So these are the labels: roll number, name, date of birth. These will act as a label, and under this label we have to enter the text as per the labels. So text or labels is generally aligned to the left side of the cell by default. So whatever data will enter, text data that will enter will always be on the left hand side. Now if I don't want the text to be in the left hand side, instead we want in the center or in the right hand side, we can align it. So entries in the name column, like say in the name column we can enter the names like Virat, Rahul and so on, are aligned to the left of the cell by default. Numbers. Numbers may be of different types. Now a number may contain a dollar sign, a percentage or a comma along with the numbers. Now number consists of whole numbers like 23 or 34,556 are aligned to the right side of the cell by default. So numbers are generally aligned in the right side, whereas text are aligned in the left side by default. Now if I don't want in the right or left side, we can always change the alignment by clicking on the alignment button. Next is numbers having decimal points like 23.19, 34.2 are aligned to the right side of the cells. So we can also enter decimal numbers. We can also enter whole number. Date and time can also be entered in different ways. Now date can be entered as 12/16/2015. That means first the month, then the day and then the year. In this format also it can be entered, or you can write December 16, 2015. In this format also you can enter. And the other way you can enter is 16 December 2015. This way also you can enter. And time you generally enter in 6:20 a.m. or suppose in 24 hours clock. If we want to write, we can write 23:20. So this way also we can enter the date in MS Excel worksheet. The next data, that is formulas, we can write in MS Excel worksheet. So a formula is an expressions written to perform calculations. So generally we write the formula to perform the calculations, and that is one of the important function of MS Excel. Now all formulas must begin with equal to sign. So whenever we start writing a formula, we should always start with equal to sign. And when using formula, you can either type the number or refer in the cell address. Suppose if I want to add, say, 50, 60 and 70, so I can write directly the numbers equal to 50 plus 60 plus 70. This also way you can write, or we can refer to the cell address. Suppose 50 is in B1, 60 is in C1, and say 70 is in B1. So I can write equal to sum in the bracket C1 to B1. We can write like this also. So it will refer whatever values entered in a particular cell, that value will be added. It is better to refer to the cell address because in such cases any change to the data in the cell on which the formula is applied gets automatically updated. So it is always a good idea, not a good idea to write the cell address or the cell reference, not writing directly the numbers. So why? Because suppose I have written, say, right now 50, okay, and later on I thought, now the entry that I've done is wrong, it should not be 50, it should be 80. So I'll edit it, so I'll change 50 to 80. So when I do that, and if it is written in referring the cell, then automatically the output also will be updated. Okay, so that is the main purpose of writing the cell address instead of writing directly the numbers. Now for example, to add the marks, say 67, 78, 66, 90 and 83, C10 means this cell I have to get the output. So I'll select C10 and I'll start the formula equal to, and then I write the function name sum and which cell to which cell, that is C5 to C9. Say C5 has 67, C6 has 78, C7 has 66, C8 has 90 and C9 has 83. So all these numbers will be added up and will give you the output. So that is C5 to C9 is called the cell reference or the cell address or the cell range. So that is what we are supposed to write instead of writing directly 67, 78 and 66. Now C5 is the cell having the first value, that is C5 is having 67, and C9, that is the last cell address, is the cell having the last value, that is 83. Within this range, whatever values are there, right from C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, whatever values are entered in this cell, all these values will be added up and will give you the output. After writing the formula, press the enter key. So unless and until you press the enter key, you will never get the output or the result. So you press the enter key. As soon as you press the enter key, then C10 will display the result as 386. It will add up all the values and will display as 386. Now change the data in cell C6. Now in C6, what is written? 67. Now in place of 67, C6 consists of 78. So in place of 78, you write 87. So by mistake you have written 78, it should be 87. And in cell C7 consists 66. Now actually it is wrongly entered, it should be actually 99. So this change that you have done in the cell C6 and C7, automatically in C10 the result also will get updated. The result will automatically gets updated and display the new output. So it was 386. Now whatever changes you have made, automatically that also will get updated. Okay, so that is the one of the important functions in MS Excel. Automatically the value will get updated. You don't have to do anything manually. So that was all about today's lesson. Hope you all have understood the lesson. We will soon meet in our next session. Till then, take care. This is Avjit sir signing off. Thank you.